Alright, everybody, this is Mercury Bard. We're going to play some Morrowind. Do we have a functioning stream? Let us check that first. I don't know. Oh, we do. We have sound. We have video. Let me fix the chat so it's showing all messages. Okay, let me prop this up here. And I now remember what we were doing. We were trying to solve a puzzle. I don't remember where said puzzle was. What is making it do that? Take that off. Okay. Why is it doing that? Selection menu. Allow NPCs. Huh. Not sure. Yeah. Why it was doing that. I have no idea where this puzzle that I couldn't solve is. There's all my peoples. Friends!
You can speak freely, friend to friend.
Oh, Yashka, you were supposed to have some
How may I help you,
improvements.
Dunmer?
I don't know what your improvements were. Hi, Ari. And this is Aaron. Sharil's just wandering around. Where the fuck? There's a puzzle that we utterly failed at solving. Tired. That one we did. Spike trap. We managed the spike trap. Levitation trap. Okay. Done. Siphon stone. Ice pillar. I don't know what that was about, but... There was this trap that I wasn't sure what to do with it. And I watched something online, and it sounded like you needed, like there was a noise. Oh, I know what it is. Bye, Sharil. Bye, Sharil.
Something wrong?
Oh. I forget how to make that go away. It has been way too long since I played. Here we go. Okay. That one's a weird... Ah! Fuck, 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 fuck. At least I'm getting I'll be getting levitation practice in. Oh my god, that only took... I have secured 4 Grand Varla stones. Okay. And we are going to save. We're going to save. Because oh my god, that took way too long. And we are also going to right quick Morrowind okay. We're gonna go to the wiki. Console commands. Let's see. Targeted commands. Add spell. No. Move. Resurrect. Disable. Set fatigue. Set health. Function list. Remove spell effects. Shock shield. Spell ID. Remove effects. Okay. Corpus poison fatigue. I don't know what the effect name is. Alright. Well, we'll just have to deal with glowy companions. Have to find him first. Hey, Shireel.
What do you want?
Let's continue our adventure.
How may I help you, Dunmer?
Travel together.
Warmly greeted, friend.
Follow me.
Very well.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Arulin. Time to go. She's all excited. Aaron, I think you are the... Oh no, Ari's around here somewhere. Aaron? Where did Ari go? Ari! Let's see. Let's recall her to us rather than try and find her. Follow me. Alright, now where is Regulus? Friends, entrance. I think we need to go this way. Should probably sleep. You dream of a shipwreck screaming in the smashing of wood. A gentle voice calls you to speak to the Morag Tong. Why do I need to speak to the Morag Tong? Everybody watch the paddles. Your virulence is within acceptable parameters. Now displace your matter. I shall take you. Are you ready? Sure. Hold close to your definitions. I don't want to know what he's going to be doing to my definitions, that I need to hold them close.
You're not what I expected. You've earned my trust.
I've returned with Mana Knot, Regulus, and 4 powered Varla stones. I should report my successes to Edwina. Okay. If you're glowing, you're staying here. You're not gonna make me watch you study magic books or anything, right? If you gotta be part of the Mages Guild, can't you at least get some fun magical quests for us where we get sent into oblivion or something? Working on it. Edwina! You have the stones? Fantastic. The ship is due to arrive in the city at any time. Please, escort Mananot Regulus towards Scar to see the Galarian in person. And do try to keep your jaw off the floor, Archmage. I will be along shortly. The Galarian is a potent vessel, surely, but you would do better to see it in person. We shouldn't waste time here.
Yes?
The Galarian approaches. We should not keep our celestial majesties waiting. So your cradle is inbound. Very well, lead the way. Let's go. I will follow. Alright, we don't all need to be going on the spaceship. Latte needs to go. Aaron should probably go. Irulin, you can stay here. I have things to do, so you're pretty much free to wander around. Okay. Yashka, you really don't need to come.
This is an honor for me.
Okay, we gotta figure out these magical effects thing, because it's driving me nuts. I'm not gonna be able to see past the spinny shields. Hmm. Okay. Remove effects. Shield. Where are shields? Four, 6, and 5. Okay, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see if I remember.
Whatever you want, within reason.
Remove effect 4. Remove effects, comma. Okay, there we go. Good. If I could figure out what is making these shields pop up every time they like refresh, I really. Meow. Hi, Lucifer. No. And then Aaron. Can I click on Aaron from here? No. Okay. Hi,
Speak
Arvessa.
freely.
Save Aldrin. Come on. I know you're tired, Morrowind, and confused. You have not been played with for a while. Did we... Really, Regulus?
Look, up there on the Emperor Crab, the dwarves have returned.
Who was saying that? I don't recognize you. You're a healer and apprentice of the Mages Guild. Need wives? Have you asked Arini or Rethi? Many have, but she has refused them all.
The thief's right shoulder ended. The apprentice's eyes are winking. Juliano's wings.
Oh my goodness! Okay, what is this doing? Cleared, frost shield, fire shield. Now I have to do it to myself. Apologies that this is being so annoying. If I knew how to turn this stuff off permanently, I would. Alright. That would be a spaceship. It is a terrible day. It is a terrible, terrible day. Yes. Closer inspection is required, but this vessel might suffice. Take this, Earthbound. Use it to displace yourself onto the vessel, or if you require, to the ruins of Varalance where the stones were hidden. Now I can delay no longer. And he has left us.
Well met. What is it?
Why are you stuck there? Okay. I guess we go up to the giant spaceship. Welkenheart. That's not it. Is there anything we wish to sell? That's Ari's flute, displacement amulet. We want to go up to the Galarion.
The ship is not an Atherbill. This is good. But clumsy tools make rough.
Should you need
incisions.
something, I will be happy to oblige.
Welcome aboard the Galarion, Archmage Latte. Quite the marvel of engineering, don't you think? The ultimate synthesis of Imperial shipbuilding and my Dwemer research. Soon the marvels of the cosmos will be ours to understand. First, of course, we need to power up the ship. Take your Varla stones and slot them into the Varalance cores on the engineering deck. Then talk to Elwie and see if she's finished plotting our course. The three-way collaboration between the Imperial Council, the Mages Guild, and something called the Council of Empires. Menonot Regulus seems to work for both. At first it was impossible to get joint funding, let alone the use of the Imperial shipyards, but when I threatened to go to the Council of Artium for funding, they changed their tune. I think they see star sailing by the Mages Guild as inevitable. They want to control how we do it, but who are they? I'm still working out that part. Menonot Regulus, an interesting fellow to be sure, well-travelled and well-connected, strangely spoken. I know the Menonot's answer to the Imperial Council, but Regulus often speaks of councils, plurals. When I press him on what that means, I get riddles and half-answers. Clearly, someone very powerful is concerned about our mission, hence our esteemed escort. On balance, I think he'll prove an asset to the voyage. The Mages Guild has long held that the islands of Massar and Secunda are dead, and any inhabitants with them. We will We will be the first archaeologists to discover these lost civilizations, Archmage. Even our observations from the safety of the ship will be a treasure trove of information. There are so many myths and legends of the moons. We will finally be able to separate fact from fiction, tell scholar and mage alike the truth of what lies beyond the firmament. Regulus told me that in some places far from here, the Serginius snail are synthesized for rare and refined elixirs that permit psychic synchronization with the outer realms. When I asked him what psychic synchronization meant, he laughed at me. That man can be trying sometimes. I don't know what you are. However, I would like to draw you. Do I have paper? I have to have paper somewhere. I have Dwemer parchment. Let's do an ink sketch. Okay. No, that's not a good idea. Shadow. Contrast. Let's do this instead. Where's my paper? No, seriously, where's my paper? Leather. Oh, there it is. Draw. Let's do pencil drawing. There we go. What does border do? Okay, it does that. Do I want to up saturation? Yeah. Up brightness? There we go. Sketch. There's that book we stole. Oh my god, children, why are you all glowing again? I will ignore you for now. Medical wing. Security wing. Vicar herb. Control panel. Panel is inactive until takeoff. In case the lock wasn't clear enough, do not proceed beyond this point after the ship has launched. Exposure to the raw magicka of Aetherius without proper equipment will result in rapid decompression followed by death. Direct all inquiries regarding this matter to Imperial Manonat Regulus. What if I want to experience rapid decompression? No, I don't want to experience rapid decompression. This vessel is crude as a child's crawl, but it shall serve, and I shall watch. Displace your matter, the time has passed. Galarian is not an ether bell, as we feared, but it still could do considerable damage if wielded without tact and precision. Observation is permitted, exploration of the moons forbidden. I observe the observers, who observes me? Dax like, I do. I am a spear of white heat in the darkness. Antimatter and anti-monster shrink from my orbit. Your actions may imperil your husk, but the treaty lines will be observed, and I shall enforce them. What happens if the treaty lines are crossed? Your crime, ignorance, your sentence temporary. Your crime, intention, your sentence permanent. Our actions, you mean the voyage? Yes. Danger to yourselves, the risk acceptable. Danger to the empires, my presence necessary. Sargenius was a wise man. His snails are wiser still. Takeoff is permitted, yes, by the Council's decree. Steady hands and mind, earthbound.
The ship is not an Atherbell. This is good. But clumsy tools make rough incisions.
That doesn't sound great. What is this? Letter from Baladas. Edwina, yes, in theory you could use Daedra hearts in an organic construct synthesis to power Dwemer-style Centurions. And yes, this living feeling component could be conducive to mimicking human-like speech within your operating parameters. However, I would question why personability or familiarity are important qualities in a servant, whether mortal, mechanical, or Daedric. Are you intending to create an inn staffed by Dwemer constructs? Have them serve wine at the governor's ball. Organic components create organic weaknesses. Daedra hearts have long been the source of magical study through conjuration and control, in countless tomes and grimoires. The cost of mimicking human speech, and it would only be an imitation, not a truly thinking or feeling creature, would be greater weakness to command and manipulation by powerful warlocks or conjurers. I would argue that these drawbacks outweigh any advantage of the novelty the speech may provide. I guess that's why that dude doesn't speak. What's down here? Can you believe this, elf? This ship, the Galarion, what a beauty. Get the engines powered up so we can take her for a spin. Hell of a ship. Excellent bar, too. I don't trust a man I can't drink with. How can he drink if he doesn't remove his helmet? Still, he's clearly traveled far and wide. I can respect that, but that doesn't mean I have to trust him. Sailors say the moons are enormous Atronachs, wrestling for the amusement of the Daedric princes, which ends up making thunderstorms, but Edwina calls them islands. If that's true, I'm about to weigh anchor on the furthest spit of land known to man or mer. Sometimes when I'm feeling lonely, I go down to the Arboretum and sing to the snails. I know it sounds crazy, but they seem to glow even brighter when I do. Strange, eh? Okay, we have a bedroom. What is my... I'm thirsty and peckish. Well, we can fix that. Do I have a stew pot on me? Well, my water skin is completely empty. As is my canteen. You'll have to excuse me for a minute. I don't know where anything is. Okay, we have stew in a jar. There we go. Teleportation focus. I'm going to click on random shit and see what happens. Return to Aldrin. No, not right now. Because I don't know where in Aldrin there's a well, which is kind of silly. Okay. In the engine cores, and retrieve the star chart from Elwë, submit it to Regulus for approval, and finally give it to Fenrir for study. Okay, is this the engine? Strange steam engine. Strange mechanical device. Latte, you are not showing all of your buffs. Looks like we're ready for takeoff. We are just waiting for the Varla stones to power the engine room. Okay, yes, but you're not showing your buffs, so give me just a second. Latte is quite squishy, so we have to make sure he has all of 'Cause... Mantle of Dagoth Morin. Yeah, I'm not wearing that. That's my amulet that I'm supposed to have on. Master's Robe of Destruction. That's mine. Is this Swashbuckler Savvy? Vulcanheart. Okay, there. See, Latte went up to 121 health points with everything. Okay. Where's the engine? Security wing? I don't know. Why is there a mess on the floor? Lower deck. Those are cool looking chests. The Lusty Argonian Witch Part 2. Lusty Argonian Witch Part 1. Last Incantation. Okay, it's kind of messy down here. Rock Crystal. Oh, there's a bed. It is owned. Not by me, I guess.
Of course. What may I do for you?
This is the privilege of a lifetime, my friend. Our expedition to the moons, Master and Secunda, will surely be history in the making. Traditionally, Bosmer regard the moons as spirits of fortune, both good and bad. But the moons are likely entirely separate planes of existence, much like the realms of oblivion. Given that we know nothing for certain about their nature, we should approach with extreme caution and observe from a safe distance. Of course, what constitutes safe is entirely uncertain. The course I've plotted shall take us between both moons, giving us ample time to study both from the safety of the Galarion. Edwina has given me my own private quarters, only she and Mananot Regulus have that privilege. I feel very grateful for the comfort. The Royal Imperial Mananots are a scholarly organization that operate under the Elder Council. Their exact duties are unclear, but they undertake expeditions across the void to enter Aetherius by way of the stars. Mananot Regulus seems more concerned with our own actions rather than reaching Master Secunda himself. But why? Who or what is he protecting? A plane of Arubis thought to be the origin of all magic and arcane arts. That's Aetherius. The stars and the sun are theorized to be holes into Aetherius left by spirits, notably Magnus, who long ago became dissatisfied with Mundus. It's a common belief that the soul of a dead person, assuming they are not Nirn-bound, goes to Aetherius to continue on as a spirit, where it is said many souls of mortals become spirits of another sort. We do not know what truly lies beyond. We can only measure the energy it emits. Nirn, also known as the Grey Maybe, is the mortal plane where Tamriel and the mortal races reside. It floats in the void of oblivion and compromises the core of the region known as Mundus. Some sources use the terms Nirn and Mundus synonymously, but in truth Mundus is a more expansive structure which extends past Nirn itself and encompasses additional regions and planes. Our voyage will take us from Nirn and into those wider, stranger spaces. We must take care, however, not to stray into oblivion. I take what I do as an astral navigator quite seriously, Dacia Blackeye. Don't fret, you're in good hands. Okay, so first we have to start the engines and then we need to talk to her. We have to find the engines. The door is locked tight by an odd magic. Okay, so we can't go in there. Engine room, there we go. A great pleasure to be working with you again, Archmage Latte, although this is a little grander than our last venture. I see you have powered the Varla stones. Excellent. We burned through our cache of Vulcan stones during our voyage from the Imperial City. Insert the stones into each of the 4 cores. Should be simple enough. I won't be late with the next excavation report. I'm a warlock of the Mages Guild. Am I ready for the next rank, Archmage? You do not meet the requirements. Maybe you're right. The Manonauts undertake expeditions across the void to enter Aetherius by way of the stars. In their cosmic ventures, they discover that mortal minds must be acclimated to oblivion by gentle degrees to prevent mental distortion. To remedy this issue, they utilize slipstream realms, points within Erebus, where truths can coexist without conceptual abrasion. These expeditions require prohibitively large amounts of magicka, and therefore are rarely approved. Oh, how I wish we could land on the moons. Feel the earth with our fingers, hold the last artifacts of whoever lived and died there, walk among the ancient ruins with our own feet. I shall have to settle for careful observation instead. Manonaut Regulus has denied our request for landing. It is forbidden, he says, but by whom, and why? I know the Manonauts work in part for the Imperial Council, but there seems to be more authorities wrapped up in this than just the ones you and I have heard of. I can't say I was happy when Heimla said he wanted to bring the snails on board. Small creatures like that can wreak havoc on sensitive Dwemer technology we've constructed here, especially if they wiggle into pipes or pistons. But Heimla promised to keep a watchful eye over them, and he's been good as his word so far. What is with the
pleasure.
snails?
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Seriously, what is with the snails? Okay, each of the cores. Okay.
Running routine diagnostics. Galarion systems functioning within expected limits.
Where do I put the Varla stones?
Welcome aboard the Galarion.
This would seem to be the place where I would put the...
How may I assist you?
All systems functioning within expected limits. Great. Medical wing. Interesting. Oh. There we go. I will say, I like the audio for this mod.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really.
All this time down in the engines has me well and truly bored. Hopefully this voyage takes a turn for the interesting sooner rather than later. I've been itching for a good fight. Something more than poking a mud crab until it falls over, preferably. Okay. I've inserted the 4 powered stones into the engine cores of the Galarion. Where was Elvie? She was upstairs, wasn't she? Well, that didn't work right, but... Here, take the star chart, my friend. I plotted a course for us. Now go get it stamped for approval by the creepy old bullhead, eh? I've plotted the reverse paths the falling pattern of ethereal material shows, modified the curve and magnitude of those vectors with a few notes, and then marked how to travel back on the local timeline to reach our destination. Quite simple, really, but I've explained it in terms Fenrir will be able to understand. Can I look at the star chart? Okay, I hope he understands it, because I surely
What was that?
do not. That's her room. Medical wing. You can at least come say hi. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard the Galerion. This is the Arboretum, our little slice of paradise among the stars. We shall see how flora and fauna of Nirn survives being nourished only by starlight during our journey, and how the Sargenius eats and breeds in such unusual conditions. I know, the rest of the crew is excited by what they can see outside the ship, but I suspect what space travel will do to us is the more important lesson to study during our voyage. Some tales say that Master and Secunda were once gods or spirits. Others tell of great lands, peoples, and histories of those who lived and died on these plains. Both could be true, of course. Mortal races living upon a giant divine being. What all tales agree on is that gods and mortals alike have long since passed from Master and Secunda. So much effort and craft was required to take off from the Ashlands. Ironically, all we may find on the moons are lone and level sands, the howling of the wind.
This is an honor for me.
Engine room. Hi, Ari. Where do we leave Aaron? Okay, here's everyone's bunk room. Yeah, that's everyone's bunk room. Lower deck. Upper deck.
The ship is not an Atherbell. This
I see you have a
is
star
good.
chart for my approval.
clumsy
Well, let us
tools
examine how the
make
children
rough
seek to fumble through the void.
incisions.
I see. The star course shall suffice. Takeoff is approved. Care not to stray beyond your approved light lanes. Let's have a look at that star chart. Alright, makes sense to me. We'll wait for the storm to clear, then set a course for the heavens. Let's go. Grand. Seems like the storm is starting to break. Make ready to cast off. Oh wow, a cutscene. These are not very common in Morrowind. Bye, Aldrin. We're headed into space, the final frontier. Actually, probably not with Nirn, but... Alright, give me just a second, I need to get a sweater. Okay. That's it, girl. There you go. Easy now. Easy. He's talking to the ship. He's not talking to us. Otherwise, we would be probably obligated to punch him. Just, you know, for being rude. The Nerevarine is going to the moons!
All is well. I thought I felt, But no, all is well.
Yes, all is well. I thought I felt a wrinkle in the veil. But no, perhaps I am just feeling my age. The centuries are catching up with me. We've done it, Archmage. We've actually done it. Not that I had any doubt, of course. Not for a moment. But still, can you believe the places our research together has taken us? Quite extraordinary when you think about it. You should check in on the rest of the crew. Make sure they're all okay, too. Let's turn off the spell. Remove effects. 4. Remove effects. 5. Remove effects. 6. Okay. We have to show off his cloak. I think that's supposed to be our bed.
All is well. I thought I felt.
Oh my god. Any chance that I'm gonna be able... Where's my thing? My field easel. God. Okay, so we don't want fog. What is depth of field? Okay, so it's getting hazy. There we go. No, we don't want saturation. Control panel is where? Shadow. Okay, I'll admit, the view is impressive from up here, though I'd be willing to tag along if you ever end up going back to Ophir, Opa, Bah, you know what I mean.
I see I stand in good company.
Why do
What
we
can I
have
do
multiple cells? That does not seem promising. Okay. Lower deck. Butch. Butch regards you, then glances out the window. There's a pause followed by a displeased grunt. Nothing further is said. I guess that's supposed to be the window, maybe? What's that? Oh, we've taken off. Jolly good. I'm going to explore this vintage wine collection. Explore it very thoroughly. And as Vendu, without him around, I fear I will die of boredom. The Galerion is so large and confusing to navigate, and don't even get me started on those horrible Centurion workers. Father and Edwina designed to help run the ship. They thought giving them a human face would make them more friendly. Sheesh. That one backfired. At least this guy knows how to pour a steady cup of wine. A strange man, the Manonot. I tried talking to him. Tried being nice. I said, "Isn't it impressive, the ship and the voyage and everything?" He said, "If you ask a farmer how to improve a plow, he will tell you to add more oxen." What's that got to do with anything? Father says the islands are dead ancient places, and they'll be safe to observe. But that's what he said about the Dwemer ruins, and look what happened to poor Anez Vendu. Some places just shouldn't be poked around in. That's what I think. Not that anybody listens to me. Want my advice, Dacia Blackeye? Find yourself a man who looks at you the way Himla looks at his silly snails.
My spells are the best you'll find in town. So let's make a deal.
Galarian liquor reserves reporting optimal. Small talk subroutines are inactive, unable to fill request. Apologies, I am only able to serve drinks, not consume them. Vintage brandy. Okay, and you have no gold. However, you do have a cask. Fill containers. That has stew in it. Water skin. And the teapot. I need to see if I can find a grill somewhere. Lower deck. Meanwhile, where are you, my friend, with your snails?
Finest magics you buy.
Have you seen, my friend? The snails, look at them. They're glowing, positively brimming with raw virulence. And their song, the harmonics. It's like we're bringing them closer to where they need to be. The snails are singing a stronger song than before and glowing brighter. Okay, where are the snails?
Running routine diagnostics.
This ship, this crew, there's something magical about it all, besides the actual magic, of course. It feels good to find folks that match your passion for something, don't you think? Yeah?
How may I assist you?
You can shut up. I'm going to draw some snails. Okay, that's a weird and annoying sound, so we will continue on. Lower deck. Upper deck. Did we lost Ari at the door? The door is still a problem. Follow me. Yeah, that's the bumpity mod, I think. And I downloaded the Doors anti-stuck and the update to Bumpity, so I don't know what's going on there. That explains what happened to Aaron. He got stuck in a door somewhere. What? Stars? Puh. I can see stars whenever I want back home. Well, half the time anyway. Expedition Day 1. Sinelli's cut their hand cleaning out the engine room, given a bandage. Day 2. Terthalion injured his hand badly, would not allow me to treat, typical Nord. Day 3, burned my hand making a potion, applied an ointment. Day 5, Fenrir had a hangover, provided a hangover cure. Day 6, provided another hangover cure. Day 7, Senelas was burned while working in the engine room, applied an ointment. Day 12, Amelia, Superius, and Butch all received minor injuries. How, they would not say, provided Fenrir with a hangover cure.
Well, here's a fine one. Speak freely.
Harvesting by the Heavens, a farmer's guide to navigating the seasons, the official agricultural almanac published by the Guild of Astrologers. This lengthy tome contains lists of crops and botanicals, complete with tables of their preferred growing conditions, and the patron under whose auspices they grow best. These are followed by general weather predictions for the year to come, based on the historic trends and the Guild of Astrologers readings of the signs of Kinnereth's domain. The appendix is a large section of reader-submitted recipes, folklore, and advertisements of dubious relevance. The following disclaimer is found on the first page. The Guild notes that while every effort is made to maintain the accuracy of this almanac, the information within should be considered educational, not instructional. A wise farmer will make use of the best practices and guidelines described herein while adapting their methods to local conditions. Furthermore, the Guild strenuously emphasizes that the constellation of the Serpent exercises an unpredictable influence on all things. Planting, harvesting, and material changes to conditions should be avoided during any appearance of the Serpent in the heavens. Well, that makes sense. It's a rather large infirmary, but, you know, space. Security wing. We've already been there. Let's go down to the lower decks. This place is a maze. Just look at those stars, so bright, so radiant. Oh, I almost forgot. An updated star chart for Captain Fenrir. I think I detected some unusual anomalies that might fall into our path. Okay.
I am honored to meet you.
Is that Nern? That's not gonna work. And this is where I could quote, you know, astronauts or whatever, but such is not the case. Odd magic still locked tight. Okay. Ariari is still stuck behind the fucking door. Tired. Medical wing. Security wing. And we're crashing? We might be we crashed. Let us restart. Because, you know, spaceship, this is going to be exciting. I have no idea what caused that crash. Didn't notice anything with the memory monitor, so we'll see when we get back in. It's going to take a hot second to load the memory monitor, or not the memory monitor, distant lands. We are in space! And this makes a good use of, the storytelling is making good use of stuff that's already out there in the community. The Mana Knot was done by Alpha and Melchior Dark. And we already played through the little quest to talk to Yagrum Bagarn. He was being fined by the Mana Knot for crimes that are confusing to the regular person. Probably something to do with his immortality and the fact that he's the only remaining dwarf on anywhere that we can tell. In Oblivion, Mundus, the only one left. Hopefully, we're gonna have to go back to the lower decks. I don't know. I don't think I... the painting that I made, the sketch that I've made, the sketches I have made have been saved on the computer already, so I'm not going to redo them. Because at this point in the game, it's like, well, I have a mine that I can spend money on. I have 2 mines, but one is like, I've completed all of the upgrades, so hopefully it's just sitting there earning money. That would be the diamond mine near Hla Odai. And then we have the Hellville mine near Bal Isra. Come on. Come on, little Morrowind. You can do it. There we go. And there's the snail noise.
Galarion systems functioning within expected limits.
Share your thoughts, friend. I enjoy
Okay.
your company.
We need to go to the lower decks. Engine room, lower deck, this way. And I need the updated star chart from you, ma'am.
How can I help? I'll do what I can.
I'm so taken with our new view of the stars that sometimes I forget the miracle of Dwemer engineering that allows us to sail among them. I've never seen anything like it. Can you believe it, Dacia? Yeah. My mind, it is blown. Latte's mind is blown. Shireel, keeping her own counsel. Ariari, excited.
All is well. I thought I felt...
Ethical.
What the hell is that? Brace for impact! Brace! Ethical control limits. What the hell? Something has gone wrong. I should check in on the crew. Damn it, by Shore's shaggy beard! I stuck to the course, matey, just as we had plotted. The Galarion was handling perfect, slipping twixt the stars like a greased hair. Then, I don't know, darkness, sudden utter darkness. It came out of nowhere, I swear. We need to get the engines powered back up if we want any chance of escaping this place. The moons are no longer visible. Neither is Nirn. That can't be good.
Identify your... It... Get out. Get out. Get out of my head. Stop. Please stop. You will be punished. Please stop, please. Stop, please. Stop, please.
That can't be good. A voice spoke to me.
Welcome, star-blessed and honored guest. to the palace of 13 doors. Here we live in the great silence, as things were, as things should be. You must forgive a lack of ornament. I was not given a proper place among the heavens. Exile is a bitter word. Though I am not a prisoner, my enemies do not have that power. I go where I please, and my palace goes with me.
What the fuck? Regulus has been killed by some unknown force. If the Mana Knot isn't safe in this alien place, none of us are. A voice spoke to me. It welcomed me to the Palace of 13 Doors. The speaker claimed they're in exile. What the hell is going on? We're going to save the game. Ew. I cannot click on you. What the hell, Edwina? So many dead. Oh gods, too many. Is this my fault, Archmage? Did I go too far? What's that? You're hearing voices. Do you think whatever is reaching out to you is the same entity that killed Mana Knot Regulus? Can you speak back? Find out what it wants, Archmage. Perhaps it can be reasoned with. Although given our interactions with it so far, I wouldn't hold out much hope. I fear for the safety of the crew. Something terrible is happening to the ship. If there's something out there powerful enough to kill an Imperial Mana Knot, then what chance do we possibly have? The mission parameters have changed. We need to protect the crew and focus on escaping this place, then attempt contact with the Imperial City shipyards. Why is it red? Why is it turned red? Medical wing.
When you are hungry, star-blessed guest, do you eat? It is only natural. I was born with a hunger like no other. It is my nature, and it is wrong to deny our nature. In the beginning, there was much chaos, much confusion. I devoured the sound and the fury, and it was sweet as the taste of your mother's milk was to you. And from my hunger was born possibility.
Nova should help. The voice referred to me as star-blessed guest. The voice claims to have a great hunger. I worry what this hunger is doing to the crew of the ship.
Death comes for you. Time to trim this one down to size.
Are they dividing? Latte? What are these things? Parasite organ. Why can I still hear them squishing? Guess what? We're taking... Can't rest. Enemies are near. Where are the enemies? That's just a flask. Where is everybody? What the heck? Human flesh. Great. Bunch of bandages. Alright, we know where to come back. So that's one dead person. Where's Hemla?
Were your parents proud, star-blessed orphan, when you were born? We are vain when it comes to our children. Vanity was the fall of my family. My family created many things, great and dreadful in those times. Nothing was wasted. Even the bones of my meal were used in cunning construction. Some became proud of their little children. And they said, This you cannot eat, for this is mine. And this hurt me deeply, to be told like a beast what I could and could not eat. It was my nature. All should be shared, and everything should be permitted.
How can I help? I'll do what I can.
I tried to get a fix on our location, Elf, but there's nothing to get my bearings on. No starlight, no virulence fields. It's as if we're adrift in some truly barren place. And now you're telling me you're hearing voices? Wait, what did you just say? 13 doors? That's interesting. According to Redguard astrologers, the serpent is not comprised of 4 unstars, but 13. If that's true, then perhaps we have somehow entered the serpent's domain through one of those unstars. If that's true, this is even worse than I feared. If there's something out there that can attack us with the force of its mind, then we're all in trouble. Our only hope is that Manonat Regulus was especially sensitive to psychic probing. Otherwise, we'd all have been killed in a similar fashion. At least that's what I keep telling myself. From a certain point of view, you could argue we're exploring even wilder territory than the moons themselves. At least there are myths and tales of Masser and Secunda. I've never heard of a place like this. The scuttling void, perhaps? Do you think the voice you're hearing could be Namira? Oh god, I hope not. There's nothing out there.
I thought I heard something.
I think the visuals out the windows are better if you're playing on open Morrowind. But we are not. Okay. Where's my night eyes? Security wing. Where's the engine room? Well fed, but I'm thirsty. But we filled all the canteens.
Are you honest?
Target acquired. Extraction commencing. Your luck's
When you speak. When I was young, I was innocent and trusting. My family invited me to a great feast. The most delicious things were to be laid at my mouth, and I was to eat my fill. Such happiness I felt then. They had seen the error of their ways, the flaw in their precious vanity. But I had been tricked. I had not known how great I had grown with my hunger, my endless eating. The meal they fed me was the tale of my own body. By the time I realized it was too late, in my endless hunger, I devoured myself.
Is this the serpent we're talking?
You seem like very good company.
What's happening, Archmage? Did we collide with a comet? The engines are down, dead in the water, no power at all, and nothing, it seems, to draw from them. And I can't get a reading from the worker Centurions. They've blown a fuse, become quite irrational. We need to find some way of repowering the engines, but how? No doubt the same entity that contacted Regulus is now speaking to you. I wonder what it wants. Nothing good, I expect. And how in oblivion did it turn the Centurions against us, unless... Perhaps I shouldn't have used Daedra hearts to power the worker Centurions after all. Perhaps not. Hi, Aaron. Did you get stuck in the door? Yeah, he got stuck in the door. We asked Nova to come join us. She seems like a good adventurer. Yeah, that stone looks plenty dead.
Time to trim this one down to size.
That's a mess. Medical wing. Okay, we're gonna have to go back through the lower deck.
When you are betrayed, star-blessed pawn, do you seek revenge? I was cast out, beaten and bound. I was an antique, useful to my family in the beginning, without purpose in the new era, where everything had a place, and everything a name, and everything a master. My place was to be in exile. I will not deceive you. I will not tell untruths. I must use you, star-blessed hero. Your spirit has special properties. A Azura has woven cunning tricks upon it. You are allowed to return to places spirits are not supposed to go. Clever Azura, your champion shall be the instrument of my return.
That sounded less than promising. Okay, so we went to the medical wing. Did we talk to Hemlaw? It's still locked by auto magic. Wait, what about the guys that had...
You would do well to fear a woman.
Critical resource detected.
You would do well to fear a woman's wrath.
I mean, it is an alchemical ingredient. Why do I hear whiffing? Spilled drink. I think it's RER.
I'm all yours. Please go ahead.
Oh gods, it's a nightmare. It's just too horrible. Save us, won't you, Dacia? And please, look to my father. I can't lose him. I hope those horrible worm parasites haven't got to him. They're everywhere, in the pipes, in the windows crawling around the decks. The guards died trying to fend them off. As soon as they cut one in half, two would sprout in its place. I waved my torch at one that tried to get near. They don't seem to like fire much. You've been hearing voices? That doesn't sound good. His head did what? In his helmet? Oh, that's great. That's just marvelous. The one guy who knows about space and its dangers and how to protect us. He's dead. Gone. Finito. But I'm not worried. I'm sure some doddery old guild scholars will be able to get us out of this when he couldn't. Gods, could this get any worse? I hear squishing.
Run out. You would do well to fear a woman's wrath. Time to trim this one down to size. You would do well to fear a woman's wrath.
You harvest the organs of the strange creature.
Your lumps will run out. Time to trim this one down to size. I'll take this one. You would do well to fear a woman's wrath.
Steel crossbow. I'm unsure what to make of this ship's security. It seems light for a vessel of this size, but we have no idea what to expect beyond the Veil of Stars. Shouldn't we have more than just a ragtag group of crew members and crudely jerry-rigged automatons? Our current equipment and 2 brig cells might be plenty to suppress the risk of mutiny, but in case we encounter worse threats, I've stashed away some fire-enchanted bolts and scrolls. I've heard that some monsters are immune to normal weapons, but I've never seen one shrug off a fireball before. I'll have to carry the key on my person at all times, just to make sure the stuff doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Well, guess what? We've barely left port, and I've already confiscated several narcotics. Crew standards sure are slipping. I've stored them in the evidence chest to be disposed of once we return to Tamriel. Okay, we could potentially lock people in there, I guess. Security cabinet key, I already opened that. Okay. Ammo deck. I haven't done much exploring down this direction.
You would do well to fear a woman's wrath. You would do well to fear a woman's wrath. Death comes for you. Your luck's run out. I'll attend to this one. Your luck's run out.
Dwarven short sword. Okay. Dwarven Centurion parts. Ugh. That's rather gruesome. It's probably done by the machine. What are those nails? Peckish. So many dead. Too many. Is this my fault hearing voices? The guards are dead? All of them? Oh dear. While I value all forms of life, especially new discoveries, we must prioritize the safety of the remaining crew. Kill the creatures if you have to, Archmage. Study can come later. That's great. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? I guess... Ashlander pipe. I guess we should go talk to Hemla again. That's not the right way.
Time to trim this one down to size.
Conversion commencing.
Death comes for you.
The procedure will not take long.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. The garden drones, they've gone mad, attacking us like wild beasts. I thought they were programmed not to harm us. Something must be overriding them. And my poor snails have gone so dim and quiet, as if there's nothing for them to feed on in this endless void. I'm not sure even Fenrir's singing could rouse them. The snails really do enjoy it. I've seen the effect myself. They glow brighter whenever he sings. I do not mean to be morbid, but without power we are simply floating in a giant metal tomb. Our supplies of food and water will last for weeks at best. Some will start to spoil in days. Do not fear, my friend. I do not think you are mad. We say in my homeland, the hiss whispers in one ear and the Daedra princes in the other. It is not what you hear that matters, only what you do. An assault using only the mind? I see. Psionic attacks are very rare. Indeed, many say they are just tall tales to scare young warlocks from summoning certain Daedra. I have not met nor heard credible stories of any creature able to effectively use them on Nirn. I am not ashamed to say this, Archmage. I am afraid. Truly afraid. Perhaps we are being punished for our ambition. Some say only the gods are permitted to soar among the stars. Are the worm parasites creatures native to this strange place? Why do they seek to gain entrance? What draws them here? The heat of our ship, of our warm living bodies? Perhaps. Given the lack of virulence in the void, they are drawn to the innate magica within ourselves and our artifacts. Or worse, they are directed by a higher intelligence, a hive mind, somewhere out there in the darkness.
This is an honor for me.
This does not help me. The sails are definitely not singing.
I'll attend to this one. Time to trim this one down to size.
I guess we should probably go talk to Fenrir? Maybe he can sing for the snails? Guys, I am really grasping at straws here. That's not where we want to go. The engines are dead. That's a rum riddle and no mistake. If there were only some way to repower them. That's right, the snails do glow when I sing to them. If Himla's right, then they create virulence when there's glow. That sounds crazy, matey, but perhaps my singing can make them glow again? And if they can, maybe, just maybe, we can use them to repower the engines. What have we got to lose by trying? To the Arboretum! Plenty of sailors start hearing things when they blow off course after drinking seawater and sleeping in the sun. Don't let it get to you, matey. We'll get out of this mess somehow. His damn head splattered right in his helmet? Urgh. I'm not afraid of a good clean warrior's death. So if it looks like that thing out there is trying to get inside my head, you've got permission to kill me first, matey. I'm serious. Dagger to my heart. I do not want to go out the way Regulus did. The little blue buggers came in handy, eh? I could kiss Himla's scaly snout for bringing them with us. I need them off the bloody windows if we're going to steer us out of here. Can't say I like the look of all those teeth, either. Reminds me of sea eels. Alright, let's go talk to Himla again. We're powering the ship by snails. I mean, we've done weirder stuff, so... He's this way.
This is an honor for me.
gunful and maid went upon the lea to where sunny flowers stood. For she loved the sun and she loved the green, and she danced merrily beside the wood. She danced beside the wood. The lad she loved went down to the shore, a sailing man for to be. For he loved the wind and he loved the spray, and he roamed upon the roiling sea. He roamed upon the sea. Oh, how long she waits upon the strand. Oh, how long today, oh. Oh, how long he's hoped to claim her hand. Oh, how long she waits so. And
This is an honor for
they
them.
never met until he came home to stay. He built their house between hills and sea. He built it along Gunfallen Bay. Along Gunfallen Bay. Oh, how long she waits upon.
I wonder how long. Do we have to listen to his entire song?
Oh, how long today, oh. Oh, how long he's hoped to claim her hand. Oh, how long she waits, oh.
Fenrir sang to the snails and woke the virulence inside them. I can use the snails to repower the engine cores. What? I guess that one little buddy gets to stay here. Cannot believe frickin' repowering an engine core with snails. Where is it? What is that? Serpent's Fang. Poison 3 to 5 points for 5 seconds on touch. Disintegrate armor. Weakness to magicka. Where is Aaron? He probably got stuck on a door, but I want to make sure he's not dead. Aaron. Aaron did not come. Is he dead? I hope he's not dead. Latte's stuck in the door.
Very well.
And now Ari. Where's Nova? Why does this door keep eating people? Nova? I have no idea where Aaron is. We may have lost him and the Moon Elf armor, but... Engine room. Yes, we're the dumbasses who are going to try and power our engines with snails. Okay. Well, let's reboot it again. Sophia in this picture looks a lot like Dagothar with that hat. I need to figure out what that error message is. It's from Wizard's Island. And because we have a very heavily modded Morrowind, they're talking about how they had to build the Galerion at the Imperial shipyards. Well, there's an airship dock right outside the gates of Alderaan. That's where Lois Beauchamp, the guy that stands from Bloodmoon that stands outside the Mages Guild in Alderaan, built his airship that was then taken to Solstheim and crashed. Because he wanted to find an amulet that would make him charming and attractive to women. Yeah. That was kind of a hopeless quest. I don't think we've actually talked to him yet. Because we haven't gone... We went to Solstheim accidentally a couple of times when we miscast an intervention spell, but... we haven't gone there on purpose. We kind of need to do it because Kitiana went ahead, and we need to meet her because that's a Billy Fighter mod, and it's there's supposedly like floating rocks. And when we tried to, it was a Winter Mod Jam mod, and when we tried to find the location during the Mod Jam testing, I didn't know that Tomb of the Snow Prince had moved the island of Solstheim. So the rocks were, like we had the location of the rocks, the floating rocks, but the island had moved. So we needed to go further south. And I don't have Tomb of the Snow Prince installed on this install because we're not going to do Blood Moon again. If quests take us up to Solstheim, okay, but we're not doing the main quest again. I just about lost my mind. Alright. Where is Latte? Where is Nova? There they are.
Very well.
What can I help you with?
I love her voice. She's a moon elf. Okay, now we need to go up. Security wing, no. Oh wait, is he still alive? His daughter was worried about him. The engines are still down, but if you think slapping some singing snails on them might help, I won't stop you.
You seem like very good company.
Yeah? I think so? I think so. I mean, We're in the void. Sithis might be talking to me in my head. The snail latches onto the stone. Powered up the 4 Varla stones in the engine room. The engines are now back online.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see snails glow on a stone in my life. Praise the gods. Let's get out of here. Okay. The worm parasites are everywhere, in the pipes, in the windows, crawling around the decks. The guards died trying to fend them off. As soon as they cut one in half, 2 would sprout in its place. Funny, though, I burned one that got too close to me with a fireball. Little fetcher didn't grow a second head after that. We just keep smashing them with, what is this, Skull Crusher. And that seems to work. Can you believe it? The power of song has awakened the virulence dormant inside the Sargenis snail. It's most incredible. I know the Sargenis snail has incredible amounts of virulence dormant within its tiny body. Virulence is the same energy we draw from the stars to power the engines through the Varla stones. Why does the power of song unlock virulence? Elwie has her theories. I must commit them to paper when I'm able. Okay, is Fenrir still down here? Engines are back on. By Ballin's black balls, we might just make it out of here. Tell Edwina the good news, matey, and I'll punch hole right through this infernal void. My singing seems to have worked a treat, I'd say. Who knew I had such a gift? He didn't have a bad voice, actually. I was expecting him to be a lot more obnoxious.
Send a priority message back to the Royal Shipyard. There's been a change of plan. We're coming home.
I'm sorry. I can't do that, Edwina.
What do you mean you can't? That's a direct order.
I'm sorry. I can't do that, Edwina.
Don't just repeat the same thing twice. Why can't you send it?
It would not be accurate. We cannot go home.
We can. The engines are back online. We can punch a hole through one of the unstars with enough power. It's worth a try.
Galarion protocols do not permit us to leave until all crew members are inside.
What does that mean? Everyone is inside.
One crew member is outside the ship.
But who?
Mananaut Regulus is outside the ship.
Mananaut Regulus is dead.
Mananaut Regulus is outside the
ship. That's not possible.
Mananaut Regulus is outside the
You're
ship.
Mananaut Regulus
is outside
Shut
the ship.
Up!
Oh gods, what's happening? How could Mananaut Regulus somehow have survived? Oh dear, well I suppose you'll have to bring him back in. Here's the key to his quarters. Take his Mananaut gear before you exit the airlock, or you won't survive. Well, we do have that spell that lets us breathe ether, but that's from a different mod. Alright guys, you're gonna stay in here because apparently I get to void walk.
What do you want?
Very well.
Does anyone remember where that weird door was? think it's in the security wing? The one that we can't open because odd magic.
My spells are the best you'll find in town.
What? Possessed crewmate. Parasitic organ. This probably should have some skooma in it, based on what the security guy said. Moon sugar. Okay, close enough. Where are they? Here you little buggers are. The noise is horrible. Where the frick is the security? Where the... The ship is very large. It's not going to be in the engine room.
Finest magics goodbye.
What, you're not even gonna help yourself? You two are useless. Is it on the upper deck and I just missed it somehow? That's to the security wing.
What do you want?
Friends. Oh, lovely. They're really stuck on the windows.
What can I help
Quick check of our...
What do you
you? What
want?
can I help you with?
Medical wing. Where's the lower? What does she have to say?
What can I do for you?
I've tried to get a fix on our location, but there's nothing to get my bearings on. No starlight, no virulence fields. It's as if we're adrift in some truly barren place, and now you tell me you're hearing voices? We've read that before. The void is silence, deafness, death. A world without music or magic. We Bosmers say that when someone sings, they will life into being. A small echo of Ifri's cosmic act of creation. I used to think it was all superstitious claptrap. Now I'm not so sure. The worm parasites may look disgusting, but this may be our first encounter with a truly outer planetary species. A shame it must be a hostile one. Are they native to all space, or simply to this strange place we find ourselves in? They're certainly hardy. The extreme conditions outside the ship don't seem to bother them one bit. Do you have any idea where his room is? There we go. Bed. Can't rest here, there are enemies nearby. Okay. Mana-not suit. I am warm. I have boots, I have gloves. Just to see what the man's got. It's a lot of soul gems. Thief of the Moon Part 4. Alright. Back to the upper decks. Alright, everybody, wish me luck. I'm about to step out into the void of space. As you exit into the void, you are met by a strange, distorted creature. It regards you silently for a moment until you realize something. Its clothing. It's strikingly similar to that of the Mana-not, Regulus. Before you can react, the creature speaks, and while its voice is not Regulus, it is one you have heard before.
Do not struggle. I will wear your spirit as my new skin, star-blessed fool. I will use it to slip the bonds of exile, and I will return Mundus to the Great Silence, where everything is shared and everything is permitted. You will no longer feel the pain of mortality, the heartbreak of love. Only the great, sweet silence, a deep, dark sleep. The harmony of the wordless void.
Placed before you is a dark bargain. If you fight this creature, there's no guarantee you will survive. However, if you give in and allow its spirit to overtake you, your life will be spared at the cost of your crew's lives and your souls. The serpent power would be yours to command. Well, obviously we're going to fight. Mana-not Regulus. Let's, I don't know, take off our pants and our skirt. Equip some better arrows. guys from the Akaviri Isles? Holy shit! Those are meteors. Do I have a stamina potion? No. Whoop! Restore fatigue. Voidwalker. Ooh. What does my journal say? I have killed whatever had possessed Mananaut Regulus. I think we're finally ready to leave. That was a bit of a boss battle. You harvest the organs of this strange creature. Let's I should paint. I should paint. Okay, that's cool. This was updated since the last time I played, so... Where am I? What am I wearing? Oh, I've got these on. Okay. Where's the other one? Do I only have one magic glove? I might only have one magic glove. Fortify luck. Oh, we can always use luck.
What do you want?
You ready to leave this world of horrors? I know I am. Whatever was controlling him appears to be defeated for now. I wonder what it truly was, but perhaps some knowledge is best left unknown. It's funny, I never thought I would say those words out loud, but perhaps it takes a brush with the void to change values we hold close, eh?
All right then. Engines are powered. Course is set. Now let's get the hell out of here. Ah, the Imperial City. Beautiful all the way up here. But down below, I've never seen a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Fenrir is ready to leave when I am. We've arrived back in normal space. We're safe. Thank the gods. I should see if Edwina needs anything.
This
What
is
do you
Edwina
want?
Elbert of the Morrowind Mages Guild, Vardenfell branch, requesting permission to disembark and receive immediate medical attention. We have dead and wounded on board. Repeat, dead and wounded on board. We need immediate assistance. Over.
Very well.
Thank the gods it's all over. We can finally go home. You should be able to use your amulet to return to Ald'ruhn now. I'll stay here and tend to the dead and wounded. It's the least I can do. Give me a few days. I'll meet you back at the guild when I can. Galarion needs repairs, a new crew and supplies, but she'll sail again. I have no doubt about that. I'm sure we'll see them up close one day, even set foot on one of them, but it wasn't our destiny to reach them this voyage. I have to be content with that. The Sargenius snail, may our voyages be the little snail's trail. Everywhere I go, every inch quiet record of the foot's silver prayer. I lived once, thank you, it was here. Edwina blushes a little, as if suddenly self-conscious. She composed a poem. Well, that may have been our adventure in space. So, let's get out of here.
What do you want?
Oh, that's Iverlon. I love her armor. God damn it. Alright, we're done for today.
Do not fear, friend. I will assist you however I can.
We will pick this back up next time. I think the next one, we still need to go check on that monastery that's being built for the Khajiit on the asteroids. So we will probably go visit them there next. Thank you for hanging